Hello, beautiful butterflies and perfect people. You are with Tanisha Ali today, and I'm here bringing you the daily healing inspiration. Even though it is not daily, it can come on any day of the week. So I'm calling it the daily healing inspiration, okay? I thought I was going to pull one card and then read a section from my book. But guess what? We got three heavy duty cards that came out from my love deck, y'all. Look at this. We got sexual freedom. Y'all know what that's about. We got emotional freedom, and then we got self-respect. All right, so I'm like, okay, I see what this is trying to lead me to, but how I'm supposed to talk about this? Okay, so y'all, sexual freedom is about doing those things that affirm you, that you feel good about, allowing yourself to feel pleasure, but also putting yourself in an environment where you feel you can voice those things. We should all feel free sexually, although we don't live in a culture that has allowed women to express their sexual freedoms um, in a healthy way. That energy has been suppressed, and many people think it means having sex with anybody they want to, or however many people they want to, and doing things that don't really honor the divinity within them. So there's a lot of confusion around that, and I'm going to leave that up to y'all to meditate on, because everybody has their own value system. Let me see if I can get, this is not the golden hour, y'all. Okay, it looks like the golden hour now, y'all. The miracles of this Samsung Galaxy. So yeah, so with the sexual freedom thing, like, one part of it is that you have to feel free to explore your sexual freedom. You have to feel free to give, to be able to give yourself pleasure and know what is required for someone else to give you pleasure. There cannot be any shame in that, and there should not be any shame in that. But we live in a society that casts things into the dark, that makes it feel uncomfortable. And anything that makes a society feel uncomfortable, that people want to suppress, can become a shadow aspect, and then it can rear its ugly head in a way like what we see today, which is people running around trying to validate themselves by having sex with multiple partners, doing it at the same time with no regard for what really feels good to them and what they really want, and then it becomes something that chips away at their self-esteem. So when I look at sexual freedom and emotional freedom, I look at the delicacy of the situations whereby we have to express what it is we want in a relationship that makes us feel good, and knowing that you're not having sexual relations and confusing it with love and intimacy. That lust is different. That whatever it is you're doing in the way of what you perceive as sexual freedom, that it not be something that at the end of the day makes you feel degraded. That anytime you give away something that is precious, and it took me many years to learn this, whenever you give away something that is precious, okay, and it is precious, first of all, before you give it away, you got to understand that it is precious, and it's an exchange that you make of your energy in a divine way. You're giving a part of yourself to someone else, not just your body, but you're giving your soul. You're sharing your spirit for that moment. Sexual gratification should be something that we consciously embark upon as a way of experiencing the divine, as a way of accessing a level of spirituality that we simply don't have access to in a multitude of other ways, because sexual energy is very powerful. So when you are determining who it is you're going to share yourself with, it needs to be meaningful. And the interesting dynamic is, what we don't realize is that whenever we do something that is against self, it has an effect on our life, and it functions to deteriorate our self-esteem and our sense of self-worth. There's a piece of scripture that I'm familiar with that says, I don't know, all I know is the meaning of it is that it's through sexual enslavement that people bring darkness into their lives. It doesn't say it like that, but that's what I get out of it, okay? We have to interpret things. So what I get from that is, it's through giving yourself away in what should be an act of divinity, or an act of oh my gosh, of something that's invaluable and precious, is through giving that away repeatedly in low situations, and with the wrong thinking, with the wrong intentions, to get something from somebody, or to play like we're in a relationship, or to get love that is in a situation that is not a loving situation, or to do something against our will, or to manipulate somebody. When you use it like that, it brings darkness to you. It actually strips you of your inner light bit by bit by bit, and you really don't have emotional freedom. You know what I mean? Emotional freedom is about being able to say how you feel and being able to act in alignment with what you really feel, and not selling your soul or sacrificing a precious part of yourself for a reason that has nothing to do with the sanctuary and the sacredness of the act in and of itself. So it's putting yourself in a situation that really aligns with your values. And when I say aligns with your values, if you don't want to do something, but you're doing something to try to catch somebody, or you're doing something to keep somebody around you, that's not really love. That's not really sexual freedom. That's enslavement. It's not emotional freedom. Okay, it's emotional enslavement, and it can put you in a very dark place. And when I saw this card of self-respect, honestly, this is what helped me to bring the message together. Like, self-respect is about the dignity that you have for yourself as a sacred being. Self-respect has a lot to do with your sense of self-worth. Your degree of self-respect is tied in many ways, directly and indirectly, to your ability to love yourself. Self-respect says, I don't accept less for myself than I'm willing to give to myself. And I give the greatest to myself, and I refuse to accept anything less than that does not dignify me and does not honor me. And how many of us, divine masculines and divine feminines, have been in situations where we are doing things that we really don't want to do, and half the time we can't understand maybe why we're doing it? Or we've been in situations that degraded us, that at the end of the day, once the situation was over, we felt cheap or we felt devalued, not because of the situation, but because we didn't value ourselves. So love and making love and tapping into the highest spiritual energy of the divine is a sacred act. Our bodies are sacred vessels. Our bodies are temples. Our bodies are the only vehicles through which we get to experience this physical realm, the beauty of planet Earth. Even though we're in this third dimensional thing we got going on here, this is a beautiful place if you're in the right place and you realize you're a creator. So create the kind of circumstances that dignify you. Create the kind of circumstances that empower you. You yourself don't be a slave to your desires and your passions. Okay, find healthy outlets. Find healthy outlets for expressing what it is you need in a relationship so that you can feel respected. But before that, respect yourself. Dignify yourself. Define what your vision of a quality relationship is. And if you don't know one, invite yourself, open yourself up to learn more productive ways that you can actually, I have a call coming in. I got distracted and I don't recognize that name, but I won't be talking to them because I am talking to you all. So find constructive ways to learn and to grow your level of awareness, okay? Because oftentimes I feel like we spend the early decades of our lives trying to come to know self, okay? Trying to undo all the societal programming and the mass conditioning and all of the things that we have affirmed in our lives that we realize are actually falsehoods, and they separate us from the truth of who we are. We give things away as if they have no meaning. We give our time away. Okay, we pour energy into people and into situations and circumstances that don't affirm who we are. So how we use our sexual energy, how we use our emotional energy, where we put our time, effort, resources, has everything to do with the level of self-respect that we have, the level of love that we have for ourselves, our sense of self-worth. My name is Tanisha Ali. If this is your first time on the channel and you find some value in this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, or comment. Come and see me on patreon.com/Tanisha Ali for exclusive content, for up levelers content. We're about to start a 30-day self-love challenge, and we're going to move well beyond the superficial artifacts and constructs about what self-love really is about, because I don't think most people know anything about, or know as much as they think they know about what self-love is and what self-love feels like and how it actions out in your life, how it plays out. Because if we did, we will be living at an entirely different vibration. We're constantly doing things that disaffirm who we are. We're constantly out of harmony with what is the divine will in our lives. We're constantly out of congruence with the very things that we say are important to us. And why is that? What is self-love? So join me on the channel. I'm helping you to get out of your wings. I'm helping you to get in your wings. I'm helping you to get out of that cocoon and get into your wings. So join the evolution. Okay, I am all about helping you to up-level your mindset, helping you to clear and heal energetic blockages, to gain clarity, and to manifest the glory of God that is within you. You are a wonderful divine being, okay? Okay? And your word is your wand, okay? You can alchemize your life. You are magical. So step into your magic, okay? Start living different. Give yourself a up level your level of self-respect. Look at the ways in your life that you're not really honoring yourself. Don't look at what other people are doing, because other people are only doing what they're doing because you taught them what to do. You taught them how to treat you. We always work very hard over long periods of time to teach people how to treat us. And either you awaken and you move those people out of your life, or you have to spend some time trying to retrain them. People can only let us down with our consent. No one can let you down without your consent. So wherever you are experiencing some dis-ease in your life and you feel disrespected or devalued, ask yourself first, before you try to point the finger at somebody else, ask yourself first, where in my life am I letting myself down? Where in my life am I disrespecting myself? Okay, you got some guy who you running around, you paying his bills and you taking care of him, or guys, you got some girl who you running around with who won't even help herself, and it's not helping you to move your life forward. She's dragging you down, and you wondering why? Well, you're in that situation because you have accepted it. You have accepted it. You have decided to deal with an adult child. And so that's why you're dealing with that person. But it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. As you expand your consciousness, as you up-level your life, as you learn and grow more into the definition of who you really are, you will find that you will no longer be able to accept these dusty people into your life. You just won't be able to. It's time to move these energies out. But before we move these energies out, it's time for us to move the energies inside of us, outside of us, that are allowing us to allow these dream-killing energies to come into our lives and disrespect us. Whether it's people on your job, okay, whether it's people in your environment, whether it's family members, you got to look within first. You got to go within first and ask yourself, where am I allowing this to happen? I'm cultivating this. I'm practically praising these people. I'm giving them a reward each time they disrespect me. I let them know that I'm going to continue to be here. And why is that? Am I not worthy? Am I not deserving? Am I not a divine being? Okay, so it's time to check yourself. You don't start to live a quality life until you learn to value yourself, to understand the various dimensions of your self-worth, to love yourself, and to tap into your true essence. You don't live a life of anything that's going to bring you anything consequentially good into your life because you don't know who you are. So free yourself of the heaviness of what can come into our lives when we don't express our sexual freedoms, our emotional freedoms, and we don't dignify ourselves with the kinds of actions that allow us to feel good about ourselves and to affirm who we are. Sexual freedom is not about multiple partners. It's not about doing some of these things that people run around here in society and do, and at the end of the day they feel some sort of sense of shame, or they feel that something has been taken away from them, okay, and they realize they did those things not because of emotional freedom or any healthy sense of emotional freedom. They realize that they did those things for the wrong reasons. We are all a work in progress, okay? So let today cause you to ponder the ways in your life that you might not necessarily be respecting yourself, the ways in your life that you don't value yourself, and then look at how that has caused other people to not be able to value you as well. With Tanisha Ali, join the evolution. Peace, prosperity, and expanded consciousness. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, or comment on the video, and check me out on patreon.com/Tanisha Ali. Have a beautiful day and get outside. It's gorgeous. It's February the 3rd in Atlanta. Georgia, and it is gorgeous. It is 70 degrees out here today, and I'm about to get some more sun. Sending love for you. Bye.